for pre-need funerals, burials, or cremations since 1975. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg. Memorial service for Mr. David Harris of Sylacauga will be Saturday at 11 a.m. from Mignon Baptist Church. Mr. Harris died Monday night at his residence in Sylacauga. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, North Chapel, directing. Ernest Keith, age 78, died December 5th. Community Funeral Home in Sylacauga will announce the arrangements. Online condolences at communityfuneralhome.org. Funeral service for Mrs. Ruthie Mae Burton McGee, age 78, is Saturday at 1 p.m. from Africa Missionary Baptist Church in Talladega, with Pastor Isaac Richardson officiating. Mrs. McGee died December 3rd at Shelby Baptist Medical Center in Alabaster. Visitation today, noon until 8, at the Sunset Chapel of Remembrance, Sunset Memorial Chapel, Childersburg, in charge of the arrangements. Online, sunsetmc.com. Celebration of life for Mr. David Edward Pig Morgan, age 61, is 2:30 Saturday at Rushing Springs Missionary Baptist Church, with Pastor Clarence Woodward officiating. Interment in the church cemetery. The body will lie in state at the church 1 hour prior to the service. Online condolences at terrysmortuary.com. Terry's Metropolitan Mortuary, directing. Mr. Morgan, the member of the Rushing Springs Missionary Baptist Church. Funeral arrangements are set for Mrs. Lorraine Craig Smith. Service Saturday at 1 o'clock from Refuge Healing Temple in Lineville, with Chief Apostle William Charles Hayes officiating. Interment in the Old Field Cemetery in Ashland. Public viewing from beginning at 11 o'clock on Saturday. Zion Memorial Funeral Home, Sylacauga, directing. Funeral service for Mrs. Shirley Lynette Temple, age 69, will be Saturday as well at 11 o'clock from Mount Zion Missionary Baptist Church in Sylacauga. The Reverend Roger Holzclaw officiating. Burial in the Evergreen Memorial Cemetery in Sylacauga. Visitation today, 1 until 8 at the funeral home. The musical celebration concert honoring Mrs. Shirley Temple will be held today at 6 p.m. from Greater New Hope Baptist Church in Sylacauga. Community Funeral Home, Sylacauga, directing. Funeral service for Gail Carmack Hendrick Brown, age 75, is today at 11 o'clock from Ursery Funeral Home in Talladega, with the Reverend David Roselle officiating. Interment in the Lanier Cemetery. Ms. Brown was a member of the Oak Grove United Methodist Church. In lieu of flowers, donations can be made to the Ribbons of Hope. Online condolences at urseryfuneralhome.com. Ursery Funeral Home, directing. Funeral service for Mrs. Ola Mae Cook Perkins, age 90, is 1 o'clock today at New Maryland Baptist Church, with Pastor Eric Richardson officiating. Interment in the church cemetery. Sims Funeral Service, Talladega, in charge of the arrangements. Funeral service for Letta Mae Knight Camp is today at 2 o'clock from Munford Church of Christ, with Minister Shane Clark officiating. The family will receive friends 12:30 until service time at the church. Ursery Funeral Home in Talladega, directing. Funeral service for Coach James Byron Yates, age 87, of New Site, is Saturday at 2 o'clock from New Salem Baptist Church, with the Reverends Tom Drake, Benny Lee Yates, and Patrick Brian Moody officiating. Burial in the Bethlehem New Salem Cemetery. The family receiving friends tonight, 5 until 8, at Radley Funeral Home. Coach Yates died Wednesday, December 5th at Russell Medical Center. He coached or played basketball at Snead State and Jacksonville State, also on the U.S. Army basketball team at Fort Jackson, South Carolina. He played semi-pro basketball for Russell's Southern team and the Southern Sluggers softball team. He's a veteran of the Korean War. He was a basketball coach at New Site and Davidson for some 25 years. Coach Yates accumulated over 500 wins in his career and was inducted into the Alabama High School Athletic Association Hall of Fame in 1996. Radney Funeral Home, Alexander City, in charge of the arrangements. And finally this morning, graveside service for Mrs. Ethel M. Thompson, age 82, of Goodwater, will be Monday, December 10th at 1 o'clock from Tallapoosa County Memory Garden in Camp Hill. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Armours Memorial Funeral Home of Alexander City. These obituaries this morning presented by Curtis & Son Funeral Home, the North Chapel on Highway 21 in Sylacauga, and the Childersburg Chapel on Highway 280 in Childersburg. 256-245-4361 for pre-need funerals, burials, or cremations since 1975. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg.